Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the next game in the New York Yankees payoff pitch replay. The Yankees coming off a road trip. They just finished leaving Baltimore, where they took 3 of 4, and now they're setting up for a small homestand against the White Sox and the Orioles. And this is game 1 with the White Sox. They actually will have a doubleheader tomorrow. Today's date is May the 21st in the replay. But there will be a doubleheader tomorrow. There was a rain out yesterday, so everybody had a day off yesterday, so all the bullpen guys are fresh and ready to go. But they do have to keep in mind there is a doubleheader tomorrow, so use your bullpen wisely, as they say, although there's a lot of bullpen guys to be using. All right, let's look at the standings to this point. The Yankees are 24-14. They lead the Tampa Bay Rays by a game and a half. They lead Toronto by 3.5, Baltimore by 6, and Boston by 8.5. And unfortunately, the White Sox are in last place in the Central, 13-25, 11 games back of Cleveland. Now, all these standings are generated by Digital Diamond, except, of course, for the Yankees, which are generated by Payoff Pitch. All right. So those are the standings. Starting pitchers for today's game: for the Yankees, it is Nestor Cortes, and for the White Sox, it is Dallas Keuchel. Battle of lefties. Got our dice, New York Yankee colored dice, or themed dice, I guess you could say. And I've got the stats that I printed off from Digital Diamond. So Nestor Cortes will be making his 8th start. So far in 7 starts, he's 3-1 with a 2.31 ERA. 39 innings pitched, 34 hits, 10 walks, 36 strikeouts. So he's done very well for himself. Of course, as you know, I use the charts, not the fast action cards. So I do have the charts, and I will read them for you off camera as they come up. And if there's anything really outlandish, like a rare play or something, then I will show the chart. I've got the game up on the computer right now in Digital Diamond, so I'll be scoring it as I'm playing it. And I'll be reading off all the averages as they come up. Now, of course, the White Sox averages are done by Digital Diamond, so I'll just read them just so you get the flow of a game, where you're hitting the averages as the game goes along. But I'll really be focusing on the Yankee averages. All right, so leading things off for the Chicago White Sox is the shortstop, Tim Anderson. He enters the game hitting .282, no homers and 8 runs driven in. Here's the pitch from Cortes. 5, that is tough, 54 against a left-hander. That's going to be a base hit for Tim Anderson. So he fought off that tough pitch and gets himself a base hit. How about that? Tim Anderson fighting off the tough pitch. Starts things off for the White Sox with a single. His steal is a 3. That's a 5 on the D6s, so he cannot get a jump. But he will get the single. I'm also scoring on paper. I don't know why. Probably don't need to do that. Now that we got it up on the computer, I wasn't sure if I was going to use a computer or not, so that's why I had the score sheet handy. So I do have it handy here if it gets to that. I may do it on both just because I'm so used to scoring on paper that it becomes weird when I don't. All right, that'll send up Andrew Vaughn, the first baseman. He's hitting .269, 4 homers, 18 driven in. Cortes, 7 is in play, 44, and that's going to be a base. I'm sorry, let's see, in play 44. I was looking at tough. In play 44 is actually going to be a pop out to third. So he pops it up to the third baseman, LeMahieu, and there's one away. So 1 down, and that's going to bring up Louis Robert, center fielder. He's hitting .250, 8 homers, and 18 driven in. 7 is in play, 34. 34 on the in play is going to be a base hit from Robert. So let's check base runner advancement. The lead die is a 3. And on the charts for runner advancement, to go from runner on first and a lead die of 3, you get 1 base. So it's a 1 base advancement. So runners are now at first and second. First and second with 1 out. And Cortes in a bit of early trouble, because now comes the designated hitter, Jose Abreu. Chance to do some damage here, I'm sure, for Abreu. Abreu on the season is hitting .324, 3 homers, 16 driven in. Cortez, 4's ballpark, 75, and that's going to be, again, with a right-hander, that's in the in-play result. No wheelhouse, it's an in-play. So Abreu in play needs a 38 or less to get a hit. 61, though, is going to be a ground ball to third. That's a possible double play. In fact, it will be a double play because the original roll was a 4 for the ballpark. So double play range 8, double play range 5. That's going to be a double play, 5, 4, 3 around the horn. I do not re-roll. I use the original D6 rolls on these double play checks. So that is a inning-ending double play. Just what the doctor ordered. 5, 4, 3 around the horn, and the Sox are taken care of here in the first inning. Nothing doing. We go to the bottom of the first. It is the White Sox nothing. Yankees coming to bat. And Dallas Keuchel, not one of his better years, 2-5 with a 7.88 ERA on the season. Only made 8 starts and managed to go 32 innings, so don't look for him to last very long in this game. His fatigue's a 5. If he makes it through 5 innings, he'll be doing well. And leading off for the Yankees, it'll be DJ LeMahieu, the third baseman. And LeMahieu on the season is hitting .248, 6 homers, and 17 driven in against the lefty Keuchel. 7 is patient, 16. That's a walk. So right off the bat, DJ LeMahieu will draw the leadoff walk. Try to get something started for the Pinstripers. And it'll bring up Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge hitting .255, 17 homers, and 30 driven in. Keuchel, 7 is patient, 52, and that's another walk. So back-to-back walks turned in by Dallas Keuchel, and he's digging himself a hole he may not be able to get out of. First and second, nobody out on back-to-back free passes. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. He has been struggling. He's hitting a meager 194, 4 homers, and 17 driven in. Lefty on lefty, 5 is in play, 55, and that's going to be a fly to left field. And that's 1 away, and LeMahieu will hold his ground. With that ball to left and the short throw to third, he's not going to be able to go anywhere. So there's 1 away for Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton's hitting .235, 8 homers, and 22 driven in. We get a 6, which is patient. 85, though. 85 on the patient is going to be out of range. 85 is a ground ball to short. That is a 6. He is a 7. He's an 8. That's going to be a double play. So one double play deserves another, I guess. 6-4-3 double play. Ends the inning. So it looked promising for the Yankees. Ends up going for naught thanks to the Giancarlo Stanton double play. And at the end of 1 complete from the stadium. And we got no score. Sox and Yankees. Yasmani Grandal will pick up a bat, and he will lead things off against Nestor Cortez. Grandal not doing very well in the replay under Digital Diamond. He's only hitting 176, a homer, and 8 driven in. So he's not had a good year so far. 5 is tough, 23. The year's not going to get any better. That's a strikeout. First strikeout for Cortez. That's his first strikeout. And we'll send up the left fielder A.J. Pollock, who does much better against the left-handers, which is why he is in there. He hits .286 against the lefties in real life for the 2022 season. On the replay under Digital Diamond, he's hitting .271, no homers, and 7 driven in. Cortez, 7 is in play, 0-4. That's going to be a double for A.J. Pollock. So Pollock right on cue hits the lefty well for a double. So a double for A.J. Pollock. And again, the White Sox threaten with runners in scoring position and less than 2 outs for Lurie Garcia. Garcia playing second base in this one. And Garcia hitting .209, no homers, 7 driven in. 7 is in play again, 91. It's going to be a ground ball to short. That's 2 down, and Pollock will have to hold with the ball hit to the left side. So that's 2 down. And that'll send up Adam Engel, right fielder. Engel hitting 122. No homers and 2 driven in. Cortez 6 is tough, 79. And that's going to be just out of range. 79 is a fly to center. And that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the White Sox in the second. Go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. And Dallas Keuchel back out. He'll be facing the designated hitter Josh Donaldson. And Donaldson's hitting 235. 4 homers, 16 driven in. 8 is tough, 92. That's going to be a fly to left. 1 down. Pollock puts it away out there in left field. Brings up second baseman Gleyber Torres. He started the season on fire. He's cooled down significantly since then. He was in near 400. Now he's down to 310. 7 homers, 25 driven in. Keuchel, 6 is patient, 34. And that's going to be a double against the left-hander. Patient 34 is a double for Gleyber Torres. So back come the Yankees, putting a runner in scoring position and see if they can do anything about it. Both teams have had runners in scoring position every inning with less than 2 outs, but have nothing to show for it. That'll bring up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, shortstop. He is hitting 301, surprisingly, doing very well for himself. 1 homer and 11 driven in. 4 is tough, 34. Tough 34 against a left-hander is a base hit, but since it's tough, it's just a 1 base advancement. When there's 2 outs, if the runner's a 6 or better, then that overrides the tough in my world. But when it's tough off the bat and there's only 1 out or no outs, it's a 1 base advancement automatically. So it puts runners at first and third. For Kyle Higashioka, the catcher. Infield for the White Sox looking to turn the double play. Higashioka has a double play rating of 8, as does Keuchel. So good chance on a ground ball to get a double play. Higashioka's hitting 273, 2 homers and 10 driven in. Keuchel, 7 is patient, 43. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. He's going to plunk Higashioka. And I've noticed on the Yankee cards, they have several guys that have a high hit by pitch rating. So I didn't look it up, officially to see, but apparently they had a lot of hit by pitches during the season. And the bases are loaded with 1 out for Aaron Hicks, left fielder. Hicks has been struggling a little bit, 236 for the average. 3 homers, 18 driven in. It's actually pretty much in line with what he hit during the season. So when I say struggling, take it with a grain of salt. Keuchel, 7 is patient. 32, though, is a wild pitch. So that's going to score the run and move everybody else up. Torres will score on the wild pitch. Kiner-Falefa will move to third, and Higashioka will move to second base. Takes the double play out of the equation, and now the infield for the White Sox is going to come in. They're going to change up and play in now with the only 1 out in second and third. Keuchel, 4 is tough, 80. Tough 80 is going to be a fly to center, and since it's tough, you're going to lose 2 from the run rating of the guy on third, and that is Kiner-Falefa. He runs at 8, drops him to a 6. So we'll see if he can score, because the center fielder arm is horrible in Lewis Robert. He's a 10. So let's look at the chart and take a look at what it says on these fly ball advances. So let's see, runner on third. Where to go over tough. Reduce run rating by 2 before attempting to advance. That's what it says. Okay. So we are looking here at coach's choice, which is really what it turns into, as a coach's choice. So we're going to compare total of the lead runner's run and fielder's arm ratings. The total is equal to or less than both. The runner is safe. Okay. So right now, 6 and a 10. So if we roll 2 d6s and they come up to be a 6, let's say 6 or higher. I'm sorry, 6 or less, then he's going to be safe. If the total is greater than both, the runner is out. That's not likely to happen. If the total is greater than one rating and equal to the other, then roll the percentile dice. Okay, so we're going to roll the dice, see if he can come up. That's the second out on the fly out to center. But they're going to see if the runner kind of Falefa can score. Need a 6 or less on for the total of these dice to be automatically safe. And he's not. It's an 11. It's actually out because it's higher than the 10 and the 6. So a rare bad roll there, and that's going to be a double play. So Hicks will fly to center. And then kind of Falefa is out 8-2 for the double play. Wow. Talk about a turn of events right there. Even the 10 arm from Louis Robert did not hurt him, as he made a heck of a throw. And they get the double play with the runner at the plate. Wow. So let's put this in the digital diamond. And I've got to figure out how to do that. Let's see here. Runner on third. I gotta look at the chart because on digital diamond it's very some of those commands are off the wall. That's why I like replay so much better, but digital diamond the price was right. So let me go to the digital diamond here. In fact, I'm going to pause the video while I do that. Okay, finally figured out how to do it. I had to kind of do a workaround, but it's there. Double play has ended the inning, but the Yankees do get the one run that they got on the wild pitch, so they lead at 1-0. And here's Josh Harrison to lead off for the White Sox, number 9 hitter. He's hitting .244, 3 homers and 6 driven in. 6 is tough, 82, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Kind of Falefa will throw to first. 1 away, and the order flips over to Tim Anderson. He singled his first time up. Yankees lead at 1-0, top of the third. 5 is tough, and that is 74. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. Gleyber Torres will make the play. And let me make sure the focus is okay because I put that chart in front and I don't want to screw anything up. Looks like the focus is still doing well. So, good. So, 2 down. We'll bring up Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn popped to third his first chance. 8 is tough again, 63, and that's going to be a fly to right to end the inning. Put away out there by Giancarlo Stanton. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Nestor Cortes, and the White Sox go quietly, almost as quietly as this pen is not writing. There we go. Quietly in the third. Go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Yankees. And DJ LeMahieu will step to the plate. LeMahieu, his first time up, walked. 11 is defense, so we get our first defensive check. It's an 18. So defensive check number 18 is the range of the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson's range is a D. So in Yankee Stadium, D, 1-49 is going to be a hit. 1-49 is a hit. And we get a 36, so it is a hit, and that's a 2. So the hit says it's just going to be a single. It would have been 2 stars had people been on base, but it is strictly a leadoff single for DJ LeMahieu. And he is doing what a leadoff guy is supposed to do, which is get on base. So leadoff single for LeMahieu. And that will take it to Aaron Judge. Keuchel, 3 is in play, 17. That's going to be a base hit for Aaron Judge. Lead die of 1 means a 1-base advancement with the runner on first. So runners are at first and second. The Yankees putting guys on again. But can they capitalize and bring them home? Because if they don't, they can come back to bite them. Anthony Rizzo is up. First and second, nobody out. Rizzo flew to left his first chance. 9 is in play, 54. That's going to be a fly to left, and with it to left field and a runner at second is going to hold. Second time, Rizzo has flown to left the opposite way. 1 down for Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton hit to a double play his first time up. He's trying to avoid that fate right now. 9 is in play, 59. And 59 is going to be a fly to right. So now there's a possibility the runner could go to third. But do they want to risk it is the problem, because they had a runner thrown out last time. LeMahieu runs at a 6. So I don't know that he can move up. Let me check the base running on flyouts. Let's see, fly out to right field. If the runner on second and the result was F9, the runner advances to third if it's wheelhouse or patient. The result was in play, though. So on in play, a runner on second with run rating of 7 or higher advances. Well, he's only a 6, so he cannot advance. So that settles that. 2 down. And it's up to Josh Donaldson, the designated hitter, if the Yankees are going to put more runs on the scoreboard. Keuchel to Donaldson. 6 is patient, 57. And that's going to be a solid double against a lefty. A double for Josh Donaldson. Runner on first is Judge. He runs at a 7. Since there's 2 outs, he will score. So it's a 2-run double off the bat of designated hitter Josh Donaldson. And that gives the Yankees a 3-0 lead. RBI double for Donaldson, a 2-run double rather for Donaldson. It's a 3-0 Yankee lead. And now we go to Gleyber Torres. 12 is wheelhouse. 25, that is long and that is gone. A 2-run shot for Gleyber Torres, and I think that's going to be all for Keuchel. He just can't get it done. It is now 5-0, and that's going to do it for Dallas Keuchel. Keuchel is history, as he can't get out of the 3rd inning. So Keuchel will leave. And it's a good thing they had the off day yesterday, because now you at least got some opportunity to, rest and get the players rested. So Vince Velasquez is the long relief guy. So he's going to be coming on, former Philly. Vince Velasquez, former starter. He did start 9 games last year. But Vince Velasquez will be the guy. And it was not pretty for Dallas Keuchel. 2 2/3 innings, giving up 6 hits and 5 runs, all earned. And including that long bomb he just gave up to Torres. So now we go to the bullpen on Digital Diamond, so I can make the change there. Falefa is your first hitter. He singled but was thrown out the plate on trying to score on a sacrifice fly his first time up. So see what he can do this time around, but the Yankees do lead at 5-0. Vince Velasquez to Falefa. 6 is patient, 48, and that's going to be a single for Falefa. 2-out single for Isaiah Falefa. And the Yankees keep it going. In the one loss they had to the Orioles, they were shut out. But the next day they scored 10 runs. So it's like it's hit and miss with the Yankees. Sometimes they score and sometimes they don't. Usually they score a whole lot or don't score at all. So Falefa with the base hit. And that's going to bring up Kyle Higashioka. 7 is tough, 62, and that's going to be out of range. 62 is a fly to right, which will end the inning. But a good one for the Yankees. They put up 4 on the board. And at the end of 3 innings of play, it's the Yankees 5 and the White Sox nothing. And somewhere Hawk Harrelson is barfing. But as far as I'm concerned, he can grab some bench. So we go to the top of the 4th, and it will be Lewis Robert, center fielder. Singled but was erased on a double play his first time up. 6 is tough, 30, and that's going to be a strikeout. Robert down on strikes. 1 away for the designated hitter, Jose Abreu. Six is tough again, 25, another strikeout for Cortez. So the run support seem to have energized Cortez. He has struck out 2 in a row. And that'll bring up Grandal. 9, tough again. 73 is going to be a ground ball to second. Torres will make the play. It's a 3-up and 3-down inning for the Sox. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 5-0 Yankees. Velasquez back out. We'll be facing number 9 hitter Aaron Hicks. Left fielder. 6 is patient 37, and that will be a walk. Not what Velasquez is looking to do, is put runners on base. He has done so with the leadoff walk. Flips the order over to LeMahieu. LeMahieu has walked and singled and scored a run. 6 is patient again, and that's a 13, and that's another walk. So back-to-back walks for Velasquez to start the 4th inning. And he's not faring much better than Keuchel did, to be quite honest with you. Runners at first and second, and Aaron Judge the batter. Hit his 17th home run in the last game, so he's looking to add to that total. 7, though, is tough. 61. He won't get it, but it will be a base hit. And since it's tough and there's less than 2 outs, it's a 1-base advancement. It's going to load the bases. So 2 walks and a single have loaded the bases with nobody out. And Velasquez in deep trouble. In fact, they're going to pull Velasquez and go to a lefty out of the pen to face Rizzo. So timeout for a pitching change. And the White Sox will turn it over to left-hander Tanner Banks. They have 2 lefties in the pen. Tanner Banks is one of them. So Tanner Banks will be your lefty. And now Tabby was being quiet the whole game. So now she wants to get over here on a perch. So hopefully we can get by without that. But let's put Tanner Banks in the game. And Anthony Rizzo will step in with the bases loaded and nobody out. Infield for the Sox. Boy, how do you play it? You're down 5-0. You really want to avoid a big inning. I'm not sure playing in at this point makes any difference. They're going to play double play depth. He really needs a strikeout. That's what he needs. 10 is in play, 75. That's a fly to center field, so we know there's 1 out. The question is it a sacrifice fly? Hicks runs at a 7. So according to the charts, on a fly ball that is in play, that was the result, was in play. Runner on third, let's see here. Run rate of 7 or higher has a choice to attempt to score. Let's see here. The result, fly out result, went to where? It went to center. Okay. On an FA result, run on second, advance to third. Run rate. All right, let's see. All the pitcher result. Run on third scores with run rating is 7 or higher and has a choice attempt to score with run rating is 6 or less. All right. Hicks is a 7, so that means he will score on the sacrifice fly. That simple. So Rizzo, sacrifice fly to center field, brings home the run. And it is now 6-0 Yankees, as Rizzo did his job. The runner on second could not get to third. So he will stand pat. LeMahieu will stand pat. Here is Giancarlo Stanton. He's 0 for 2. He could use a hit. 4 is in play, 40. That's out of range. In play 40 is a ground ball back to the pitcher Banks. And this could be a double play. That's a 4, so it is going to be a double play. It's going to go 1-4-3 for the double play. 1-4-3 double play to end the inning. Yankees do get a run to take a 6-0 lead after 4. So Banks came in and limited to the damage. And now we start the top of the fifth with a 6-0 Yankee lead, and Nestor Cortes rolling along pretty easily. Here is A.J. Pollock to lead it off. He doubled his first time up. Cortes, 9 is tough. 0-5, that's a strikeout. So Cortes continues his fine pitching, strikes out Pollock. Here is Lurie Garcia. 7 is in play, 81. That's going to be a fly to center. 2 down as Aaron Judge puts it away. I actually thought for a moment about skipping this game and doing a video for the doubleheader, but because I don't think I've ever done a doubleheader before, but I thought it would be easier just to do I usually do the first game of every series, so I thought I might as well keep that standard going. Cortes to Engel. 12 is patient. 10, that's going to be a walk. So a 2-out walk to Adam Engel. And the Sox get their first base runner in quite a while. They haven't had a base runner since Pollock doubled in the second inning. So 2-out walk. Probably will not come back to bite him as long as he can get Josh Harrison and not go crazy and give up a bunch of hits. So Cortes to Harrison. 7 is in play. 94 is going to be a fly to left, and that's going to end the inning as Hicks puts it away. Nothing doing for the Sox, and Cortes is tossed 5 shutout innings. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. It is 6-0 Yankees. And Tanner Banks is back out. But they do have right-handed action in the bullpen in case he starts to falter. But he pitched 35 games and went 53 innings, so obviously several times he went more than 1 inning. And he actually only faced 2 batters, so he's definitely still not tired. Banks, 7 is tough, 60. Against a left-hander, it just missed. 60 is going to end up being a fly to right. So fly out to Engel in right field by Josh Donaldson, who had doubled his last time up. Here's Torres. He had a 2-run homer his last time up. It was his 8th home run and 6th and 27th runs batted in. 4 is in play, 57. That's going to be a ground ball to third. And it'll be handled over there by Harrison. And there's 2 away. 4 Kiner-Falefa. This will be Banks' last inning, one way or the other. Kiner-Falefa is up. 6 is tough, 75. And it's a fly to center that's going to end the inning. So he faced 5 batters, retired them all. In fact, he got 6 outs because one of them was a double play. So Tanner Banks did well for himself. And now we go to the top of the 6th with a 6-0 score. This is the fatigue inning for Cortes, but he hasn't given up any runs, so he's still good to go. You have to give up 3 or more runs when you hit that fatigue number to be tired or to be fatigued. So he's still good to go. Here's Anderson. He's 1 for 2. 5 is tough, 31, and that's against a left-hander. That's a double. 31 is his lone double against lefties. So Tim Anderson, a leadoff double, trying to get something going for the Sox. Leadoff double to start the 6th inning for Mr. Anderson. They'll send up Andrew Vaughn, first baseman. 8 is tough, 56, and that's going to be a ground ball to third. And with the ball hit to third, Anderson will hold his ground. One away for Luis Robert. Robert singled in the first, struck out in the 4th. Cortes, 7 is in play, 55. That's going to be a ground ball to first. That will get the runner to third. But now there are 2 outs as Rizzo just steps on the bag himself. Two down, and that brings up Jose Abreu, the DH, trying to get the Sox the first run of the game. He's 0 for 2. He hit into a double play and struck out. Cortes, 4 is ballpark, 39. That's in the wheelhouse. So Abreu, 1-38 is a home run. 1-81, the Sox will get on the board. That's a 0-5. That is long, and that is gone. A 2-run bomb from Jose Abreu. And now Cortez is on the verge of being tired after giving up that shot. 2-run homer. It is now 6-2 Yankees as Abreu deposits one for a 2-run shot to cut the lead to 6-2. Here's Grandal. 8 is tough. 37. That's a strikeout to end the inning. So Cortez gives up the 2-run bomb to Jose Abreu, and the lead is now 6-2. Favor of the Yankees. The Sox will need a new pitcher, and the Yankees may want to get to a new pitcher. We'll see how it goes. But the Sox definitely need a new pitcher, and they're going to go to a right-hander, and it's going to be Matt Foster. So Foster will be coming on as the new pitcher. So I got to go into Digital Diamond and bring him in the game. But nice job there by Banks for sure. Foster now the 4th pitcher used by the White Sox. And leading off for the Yankees is Kyle Higashioka. He's been hit by a pitch and he's flown to right, 0 for 1. Foster, 5 is tough. 14, that's a strikeout. So Foster, Australian for strikeout, I guess. So he struck him out. 1 down. Here's Aaron Hicks. We get a 10, which is patient, and that's a 12, so that's going to be a walk to Aaron Hicks. One roster move of note for the Yankees in their bullpen. And they called up Marinaccio. He's back on the roster. And that's because they had an injury to Chad Green. He's on the injured list, so Marinaccio would probably be the first out of the bullpen because he's got the freshest arm. So here now is LeMahieu, top of the order. Mayhew has walked twice and singled. He's reached base every time. 6 is tough. He won't reach base this time. That's a strikeout for out number 2. So 2 down. And it will bring up Aaron Judge. Six is tough. 42. Struck him out. Ends the inning. So Foster does his job. Actually strikes out the side. Sans the walk that he issued to Hicks. So nothing doing for the Yankees in the 6th. We go to the 7th. It is 6-2 Yankees over the White Sox. And the Yankees, I think, are going to their bullpen. Cortez has given them what they feel is enough. 6 solid innings. So now they're going to turn over the bullpen, and Marinaccio, the freshest arm they have, is going to come on. He just got called up to replace the injured Chad Green, so they're going with the freshest arm they have. So Marinaccio will be facing A.J. Pollock, the left fielder. And Marinaccio on the replay. In 11 games, he's got no one-loss record, no saves, a 4.66 ERA. 9 2/3 innings, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Marinaccio, 10 is tough, 14 struck him out. That's a good start from Marinaccio. 1 away. As Pollock is retired. Brings up Lurie Garcia. 4 is patient, 51 against a right-hander out of range. 51 is a ground ball to third. LeMahieu will make the play. 2 up and 2 down. So a nice start from Marinaccio. He's a 1-inning guy, so he's just going to go pitch the 1 inning, I do believe. They might push him to 2. We'll see. If he goes 1, 2, 3, they might let him pitch a second. Here's Engel. 4 is Patient, 52, and he hits him. So much for going 1, 2, 3. Plunks Adam Engel. Not sure Engel thought much of that, but he's hit by the pitch. Don't know if that's any kind of retaliation for hitting Higashioka earlier, but so far no murmurings. And here's Josh Harrison. Seven is Tough, 25, struck him out to end the inning. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Marinaccio. The only blemish was the hit by pitch. We go to the 7th inning stretch here at Yankee Stadium with the score, Yankees 6 and the White Sox 2. And Marinaccio will be coming out for the 8th inning, at least to start it. So we'll see how long it can last. But since he's got the freshest arm, they want to use that fresh arm and save as many of those arms for the doubleheader tomorrow as possible. All right, here's Foster. Foster only faced 4 batters, struck out the side, so he's going to keep going. 7 is Tough, 27. That's another strikeout. So Foster has now struck out 3 in a row, and 4 of the 5 he has faced. So we got a strikeout fest going right now. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. 10 is Patient, 18. That'll be a walk. So walks and strikeouts seem to fill the 2022 season. Stanton will walk, and that brings up Josh Donaldson. And now the Sox bullpen is active. They may be looking to go to another pitcher. Foster, 7 is Tough, 65, and that's a strikeout. Donaldson's out on strikes again. Another strikeout for Foster. He says, why are you going another pitcher? Let me strike these guys out. And that's what he's doing. So here's Gleyber Torres. Foster, 7 is Tough again. 0-4, another strikeout. He strikes out the side twice. He went 2 innings, struck out 6, and walked 2. Gave up nothing else. So that's definitely it for Foster. He went 2 solid and kept his team in the game. So Foster's day is done. We go to the 8th inning. And Marinaccio will at least start the 8th inning, but the bullpen has got activity, as they have another right-hander in the bullpen, Mike King. Actually, no, I'll take that back. Yeah, Mike King. Mike King is loosening the pen. Tim Anderson will lead it off. We get a 5, which is Patient, 53. Just missed it. 53 is a pop to first. Rizzo is there. 1 away. Here's Andrew Vaughn. They will leave Marinaccio in there as long as he continues to get outs. And here's Vaughn. 7 is Tough, 90, and Tough 90 is a ground ball to short. Kind of Falefa makes the play. 2 up and 2 down. And that will send us to Luis Robert. Seven is Tough, 51, and that's going to be a base hit for Luis Robert. A 2-out single for Robert, and that's going to bring up Abreu. He homered his last time up, so Marinaccio has to be careful. A 2-run homer here gets the Sox right back in the game. Marinaccio, 12 is ballpark, 65. That's in the wheelhouse. So Abreu has a wheelhouse opportunity. 1-27 is a home run. 69 though. He just gets a base hit at the very end. It is wheelhouse, so it's automatic 2-base advancement. Runners are now at the corners, and that's going to be it for Marinaccio. He cannot make it through the 2nd inning of work. They don't want to take any more chances. Too many guys on base that can do damage, so Grandal is your batter. But the Yankees will be going to the bullpen, and they will be bringing on Mike King. So Mike King will be coming on for the Yankees to try to get this important out and keep the score where it is. So we go to the bullpen on Digital Diamond and bring in Mike King. Our Nacho did his best. He went an inning and 2/3, struck out 2, hit a batter, and gave up 2 hits. No runs, but the runners on base are his responsibility. So King in an interesting spot, trying to get out of this and move the Yankees to the bottom of the 8th. Yasmani Grandal, the batter. On the bench for the White Sox. Let's go to their bench and see if they want to pinch it. They got Makata, McGuire, and Sheets. Let's take a look here. Reese McGuire is the backup catcher. And they're going to make a move. They're going to bring in Reese McGuire to pinch hit. He hits much better against right-handers. So Reese McGuire will be your pinch hitter. So not only do we have King in the lineup, but now we have Reese McGuire pinch hitting for Grandal as the wheels are turning in both dugouts. McGuire even a little bit better defensive catcher as well. Just doesn't hit lefties well, which is why he was not starting this game. But he's there now with the right-hander in place. And Reese McGuire, let's see what he can do. Sox 1 base hit away from really getting back in this game. King, 3 is defense. So a defensive check, and that's a 58. Defense 58. Defensive check number 58. And let's see what that brings about. Defensive check number 58 is an error check on the third baseman. So third baseman is LeMahieu. And LeMahieu's error rating is a 5, best you can have. So 1 to 30 is an error. Anything else, he will make the play. 78, he makes the play. It's a 3. So on the out to third base, a 3 is a ground ball plus advance. So that means he's going to throw it to first. So it's going to go 5 to 3 officially. But that does end the inning without the Sox putting any runs on the board. So King gets out of it, coaxing the ground ball out of the pinch hitter McGuire. McGuire, of course, will stay in the game to catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Sox will need a new pitcher in the bottom of the 8th. And let's see who they're going to go to. Yankees have Kiner-Falefa, Hicks, and LeMahieu, righty, switch, and righty. So they're going to go with Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly is on. 5th pitcher used by Chicago. But that happens when your starter is knocked out early. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is your leadoff man. So a couple things we need to do is put Reese McGuire in as the catcher. And then we need to go to the bullpen and bring in Joe Kelly. And then we'll be ready to go for the bottom of the 8th. All right, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa against Joe Kelly. 5 is patient. 08, that's a walk. Kelly has a lot of walks, as you can see. 37 innings, 23 walks. A lot of strikeouts, but a lot of walks. So Kiner-Falefa reaches on the leadoff walk. And that will send up Higashioka. Seven is tough, 42, and that's a strikeout. So that's what you get with Joe Kelly. You get walks and strikeouts, a lot of them. And now there's time for number 9 hitter Aaron Hicks. 2 is defense, 00. So we have a rare play on the defensive chart. So rare play defense with runners on base. So let's go to the runners on base defensive chart. And roll the 2d10s. And we get a 90. So 90. Runners on base. Let me find. I had the chart for defense. Here we go. Runners on base defense and a 90. Runners on base defense and a 90. Batter legs out infield single. Perform a range check on first baseman. If out, the first baseman concealed the ball and tags out the runner when he takes his lead off. If hit, wait a minute, perform a range check on the first baseman. Okay, the hit and ball trick does not work and the first baseman turns the ball. The pitcher resolves the next at bat using defense. That's kind of strange. It says he legs out an infield single, and then it says if out. Well, how can he be out if it's an infield single? But it says, because it says he legs out an infield single, and then it says perform a range check on the first baseman. So I'm assuming if it shows up on the out range of the first baseman here, if it falls in the out range, I guess it's a hidden ball trick, I guess is what they're saying. I'm trying to understand that, but I'm guessing that's what they're saying. So Hicks gets an infield single. And now we're going to see if there's a hidden ball trick. The range of the first baseman is, let's see, the first baseman is Vaughn. His range is a D. Not very good. So the out is a 50 or higher. If it's a 50 or higher, it's going to be an infield. It's going to be a hidden ball trick, and the runner Hicks is going to be out. 50 or higher. He is not. He gets back. So, and it says the next play. It said at the end. It said resolve next at bat using defense. So we're automatically going to the defensive chart for the next at bat, according to what this chart says. So we're going to roll. We don't even need the D6s because it's going to be defense. For LeMahieu, it's automatically going to be a 2 here. We can just assume that that's going to be a 2 because we're going to defense. And we get a 17. So now we look at the defensive chart, 17, which is the range of the shortstop. So we're looking at Tim Anderson, and his range is a D. So D range means 1 to 49 is a hit, 50 or higher is going to be an out. That is a 76. That's going to be an out. There's a 9. And a 9 says ground ball, double play A. So if the shortstop is a double play A, or is a rating of A, it'd be a double play. Since it's not, it's just going to be a ground ball, fielder's choice. So they get the runner at second. Hicks is out 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Kiner-Falefa goes to third. And there are now 2 outs. So that was a lot of wild stuff from the rare play. That affected 2 plays, actually. So runners are at the corners for Aaron Judge. He could seal the game right here with a base hit. Yankees still lead it by 4, but they could really put the cherry on top with a base hit or a long ball. Only way he gets a long ball is if we go to the ballpark. If we roll an 11 for Kelly. We did not. We rolled an 8, which is tough. 53, that's a strikeout to end the inning. So Aaron Judge out on strikes to end the inning. 8 innings are now in the books. It is still 6-2 Yankees. It's not a save situation any longer for the Yankees, so they will go to Miguel Castro. Not a mop-up roll, but they're up by 4, so it's not a save situation. If Castro gets in trouble, of course, they will go to a better reliever. But right now they're going to Castro. And he will be the 4th pitcher used by the Yankees. And due up for the, let's see, I forgot to update McGuire here, didn't I? McGuire is the new catcher. I forgot to put him in there as the new catcher. So they got Sheets and Moncada on the bench if they need them. Let's see what they've got here. And actually, they're going to use Gavin Sheets. So he's going to pinch hit for A.J. Pollock. Pollock does much better against lefties. So Sheets will pinch hit for Pollock and stay in the game to play left field if it goes extra innings. So a lot of paperwork here to get cleared up. Gavin Sheets is your pinch hitter. First of all, Castro is your bullpen pitcher coming on. So once they announced him coming in, then the Sox made their move counter by bringing in the lefty hitting Gavin Sheets, who hits .250 against righties, only a .171 against lefties. And this is one where an inside pitch, he'd have a cookie cutter card, and he wouldn't be penalized facing a lefty, which he is here. So that's why each game has their own little pluses and minuses. So coming up is Reese McGuire. I'm sorry, not Reese McGuire, Gavin Sheets. I don't know where Reese McGuire's already been in the game. Gavin Sheets pinch hitting against Miguel Castro. 3 is Patient, 32, and that's going to be a double for Gavin Sheets, a leadoff double. And boy, Castro has to face 3 batters, don't forget. It's a 3-batter minimum, but bullpen may be going right behind him. Clay Holmes, actually Aroldis Chapman, did not pitch the last game, so Aroldis Chapman is loosening the pen in case the Yankees need him. Here's Lurie Garcia, leadoff double. Castro, 8 is in play. That's a 10. That's a base hit. Lead die of 4. Check base running advancement on a lead die of 4 and see what we get. Lead die of 4. Base running advancement. Runner on second, lead die of 4. First base plus choice, but you're down by 4, so 0 sense in taking chances. They need base runners. So runners at the corners. First 2 are on board. And that brings up Adam Engel. And Castro, who took the loss in the Orioles series in Game 3 of that series two games ago, is struggling again. And now Engel is up with runners at the corners and nobody out. 10 is tough. 45, that's a strikeout, a much-needed strikeout. Much-needed strikeout by Castro to get the first out of the inning. That brings up Josh Harrison. Castro to Harrison. 6 is Patient, 20, and that's a walk that's going to load the bases. So now the bases are loaded. And that brings up Tim Anderson. He is the tying run. And that's going to be it for Castro. They're not going to let him, they're not going to screw around anymore. Castro is out of there. And Aroldis Chapman is coming on. It is now a save situation. Tying run is at the plate. So Castro is out of there. And Aroldis Chapman will be coming on. Problem with Chapman is he does have some control issues and the bases are already loaded. So Chapman really doesn't like to come in with runners on base. He prefers a clean inning, but he's not going to get one in this situation. So we go to the bullpen for Chapman as Castro couldn't get it done. And Tim Anderson, who's 2 for 4, is stepping to the plate. 6-2 Yankees, but they are in a little bit of trouble as the suspect bullpen is in there. Clay Holmes is loosening behind Chapman, but Chapman does have to face 3 batters, so you got that minimum. So infield back for the double play. 7 is Patient, 67, and Tim Anderson, 67, is a ground ball to third. That's a 7, but his double play is only a 5, so they will get the force at second. The run will score on the 5-4 fielder's choice. That run is charged to Castro, but they do get the all-important second out of the inning. On the fielder's choice, it's going to go 6-4. Harrison is out at second. Sheets will score, and Garcia will take third. So now runners are on the corners of a 6-3 game. And due up is Andrew Vaughn. He hits left-handers at a 307 clip, and he is the tying run. 8 is Patient, 59, and that's going to be a base hit. Base hit for Vaughn. Anderson runs in at 8, so with 2 outs, he gets the extra base automatically going to third. Scoring is Garcia. It's now 6-4. Yankee lead has been reduced to 2 runs. Now the tying run is at first base. Go-ahead run is at the plate, and Luis Robert, who also hits lefties very well at 354. This is the third batter for Chapman, so if he doesn't get him here, you're going to see Clay Holmes coming in face Abreu. They're not going to mess around with Chapman. Yankees trying to get that final out and close the deal. 7 is patient. 12, that's a walk, and that's going to load the bases, and that's going to be it for Chapman. He can't get it done. A fielder's choice grounder, a single, and now a walk. Bases are loaded, and that's going to be it. We're going to get Clay Holmes. Right-hander Clay Holmes is going to come in and face Abreu with the bases loaded in a 6-4 game. One single can tie the score. In fact, it most likely would tie the score because the runner at second is Vaughn, who he runs at a 5. Runs at a 5, but with so not guaranteed to score with 2 outs, that's for sure. Clay Holmes, but they really don't have it. The only guy that got left on the bench that can run is Moncada. He also runs at a 5, so there's no choice. They don't have any options for a pinch runner. So Clay Holmes it is. He will be coming on to face the tough Abreu to try to close this game out, something that Aroldis Chapman could not do. Aroldis Chapman had a save presented to him on a silver platter and could not come through. So now it's up to Clay Holmes to pick him up. 2 outs, bases loaded, 6-4 game. Last chance for the Sox. It is Abreu, who has already got a homer in this game. 2 for 4. Holmes, 10, patient, 60. And he hit him. He plunked Abreu. That's going to force in a run. As Anderson scores, it's now 6-5. 6-5 ball game. And now they're in real trouble as Reese McGuire comes up. 6-5. Yankee fans are grumbling at the stadium. They were up 6-0 after 5 innings, and now all of a sudden it's 6-5 here in the 9th, and they can't get that final out. Here's Clay Holmes again trying. 11 in play. 13. That's going to be a base hit. Base hit for Reese McGuire. That will score Vaughn. Robert runs at an 8, so with 2 outs he scores as well. It's a 2-run single. A 2-run single. Abreu will take third since there's 2 outs. A 2-run single for McGuire. And all of a sudden, the White Sox have come back to take the lead. They now lead at 7-6. 5 runs here in the 9th by the White Sox. You were seeing the Yankee bullpen implode before your eyes. And now Sheets is up. He led off the inning with a double, so they batted around. Holmes trying to get that final out. 11 is in play. 0-5, and that's going to be a double. A double. Sheets with his second double of the inning. And let's see if McGuire can score. He runs at a 6, so he certainly can. It's a 2-run double. And boy, the Yankee bullpen has just totally lost it. And Aaron Boone doesn't know what to do. White Sox now 7 runs in the 9th inning. And they lead it by the score of 9-6. Holmes, 8 is tough. 22, they finally get out of it. But not before the White Sox put a 7 spot here in the 9th inning. I don't think I've ever had that before. Here you go, 7 runs in the 9th. And now it's a save situation for the White Sox bullpen. And they will turn to their closer, Liam Hendriks, who had 37 saves. Yankees did not think they would be batting in the bottom of the 9th, that's for sure. They certainly did not. So Liam Hendriks will be in there to try to close the deal for the Sox. Again, Sheets is the new left fielder for the White Sox. So we need to put him in left field and bring Liam Hendriks in the game. Fast and furious and just all kinds of crazy stuff going on here at Yankee Stadium. Talk about ninth inning magic. That was ninth inning voodoo, I think. Not just magic, but probably voodoo on top of it. But now, Liam Hendriks is on to try to close the deal against Anthony Rizzo, Stanton, and Donaldson. They got Trevino, Gonzalez, and Gallo on the bench, but really, honestly, what they have in the lineup is better. So, Liam Hendriks looking to save it, and who would have thought that earlier on when they were down 6-0? They lead at 9-6. Hendriks, 9 is tough, 69, and that's going to be a grounder to short. Anderson is there, 1 away. And boy, the Yankees are kicking themselves on this one. They know they had this thing in the bag. You can't blame Castro. I mean, the other guys, Chapman and Holmes, couldn't get it done either. So, all right, here comes Stanton. Hendriks, 7 is patient, 36. That's a walk. So at least the Yankees, that's what they need, base runners. You need 3 runs. You got to have 2 guys on base and then get a long ball, perhaps. So Stanton will draw the 1-out walk. And that brings up Donaldson. He's 1 for 4 with a double. That's a 12, which is wheelhouse, 59. That's going to be a base hit, and it's automatic 2-base advancement via the wheelhouse. So runners are on the corners with 1 out. And Gleyber Torres, your batter. And Torres is second on the team in homers next to Aaron Judge. So he's certainly capable of going deep. He had 24 in the 2022 season, and on the replay so far he has hit 8. Hendriks, 6 is tough though. 0-2, that's a strikeout. Boy, if we could have got to ballpark, they would have had a chance, but that's a strikeout, and that's going to end up with Kiner Falefa as the last chance for the Yankees. He only had 4 home runs, period, on the 2022 season, so not a home run threat, but he is hitting .310 on the season, so maybe just need to get a base hit to keep the game moving. Hendriks, 8 is tough, 51, and that's a base hit for Kiner Falefa. Base hit for Kiner Falefa that will score Stanton. Donaldson will only get the 1 base since it's a tough, and he does not run at a 6, so even with 2 outs he will only get the 1 base, but it's a base hit. Keeps the inning going for Kyle Higashioka, but we will get him called back. So Higashioka will be pulled back, and they will go to, boy, who do you go to here? Higashioka is 0 for 3, struck out twice. Gonzalez is a switch hitter. Gallo's a lefty. Trevino is well, they're going to use Trevino. He's a better hitter than what's on the bench. So, and he would stay in the game to catch if it went extra innings. So Trevino will come in and hit for Higashioka, as Aaron Boone tries to pull out all the stops. Trevino, the pinch hitter. Tying runs are on base. The winning run is at the plate in the form of the pinch hitter Jose Trevino. But there are 2 outs against the closer, Liam Hendriks. So the odds are not in their favor necessarily. But the way this 9th inning has gone, who knows? We've already had 8 runs scored in this 9th inning. 9-7 game, but the tying runs are on base with 2 outs. Trevino against Liam Hendriks. 5 is ballpark. 71 is going to be in play, though. Boy, too bad he couldn't have gotten a wheelhouse result. It is an in play instead, so he needs a 28 or less to keep this game going. Wheelhouse, he could have gotten a 60 or less to keep the game going. But he needs a 28 or less to keep it going. And he doesn't get it 75. Even wheelhouse would have been out. 75 to fly to center, and the inning and the ball game are over. Yankees get a run in the 9th, but it's not enough. White Sox win it by the score of 9-7. 9-7, your final. 9 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Sox. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Yankees. So we'll go to the box score and get the particulars for the rest of the game. Winning pitcher and all that good stuff. And the Yankee fans just exiting the Yankee Stadium in disbelief. Had a 6-0 lead after 5 innings and could not hold it. Had a 6-2 lead into the 9th to start the 9th and could not hold it. Boy, just really puts doubt in everything when a game like that happens. So we go to our box score. Joe Kelly actually gets the win. In relief is Joe Kelly. The losing pitcher for the Yankees ends up being Aroldis Chapman. He gave up 3 runs in a third of an inning. So he drops to 1-4 on the replay. Kelly improves to 1-1. Liam Hendricks, his 5th save. Home runs in the game, Gleyber Torres, his 8th. And for the Sox, Jose Abreu, his 4th. So a very disappointing game if you're a Yankee fan, very elated game if you're a Yankee hater. And with this loss, the Yankees dropped to 24-15. The White Sox improved to 14-25. Next 2 games in the Yankee-White Sox series, the final 2 games, are a doubleheader tomorrow. And then after that, they will invite the Orioles to Yankee Stadium. And then after that, they finally get to play somebody different. They'll be playing Tampa Bay. But that's going to do it from here on Payoff Pitch. A wild and woolly one, 9-7, 7-run 9th by the Sox. Did in the Yankees, and their bullpen, even though it was rested, they just could not get it done. So until next time, hope you enjoyed that replay. Until next time, play whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.